It's all the rage. I am going to attempt to make cake pops. My daughter likes cake pops and her birthday is coming up, so I'm going to try to make them from scratch. And if not, I'm going to order them from a bakery if I have to. I have half a cake that I made. The other half is over here for her to enjoy because she likes cake. And I did funfetti. I'm going to use that frosting, and I have some milk chocolate candy wafers to melt it in. So we're going to see how it comes out. So now I'm going to crumble it into the bowl. That's our next step. So here is my cake, well, half a cake crumbled all together. It was fun to do. And I'm gonna mix some frosting in there. And I had people online, I was looking and it said like a can of, or a jar of frosting, and others said to just like till it kind of holds together to make it to a ball. Looks a little gross, but it is the vanilla frosting mixed in with the cake crumbs. It's kind of in a little bowl right now, and I'm gonna make them into little round balls to put in the freezer. So I'm gonna put them in and see how much I make. I don't wanna make too many because I don't want them sitting around. And, but so far, tastes okay. It's just like squished cake with frosting on it, you know. My half a cake yielded about 18. I used cookie scooper, the cookie scoop to scoop them out. So we have 18 I'm gonna put in the freezer for about an hour, and that's the other half of the cake that I left for my daughter. And we will see. So far so good. They taste good because it's cake and frosting, so what's not to like? And then we'll see how it works before I dip them later in chocolate. And as we come to the end of our cake pop experiment and our journey here, I found out that when I went to do the chocolate, the first one came out all crumbly. That was from the wafers. And then I melted chocolate chips, and that went a little better. But I don't know if the cake pops weren't frozen enough or if there was too much frosting in there. But this was the first one. And then the second one, it was a little harder. And the third one and the fourth one. So we got to the point where there's more chocolate on the forks than on the cake pop. So I don't know if they weren't frozen enough. That might have been a factor, or there might have been too much frosting in there. But I gave it a shot. I will leave these the way they are. My daughter's been eating them anyway without the chocolate on the outside. So this is what you do. You try, and sometimes you fail. This is my cake pop fail. It happens. It's not a big deal. It was an experiment anyway, and I will leave it to the bakeries to order cake pops from instead. So this is my lesson I learned today, and that is how you keep on pushing through, is by trying, right? As you can see from my cake pop experiment, I failed. That's okay. Failure is an option. Failure helps us learn. Failure helps us do better. It helps us to modify things and tweak recipes or tweak what we're doing and to get a little bit better at it. Or to figure out that it's not what we're meant to do. Cake pops are not one of my specialties, so I will leave that to the professional bakers next time I need a cake pop. I will stick to my banana bread, which is so good, and banana muffins, which are from scratch, and my brownies that always come out good because it's from a Betty Crocker mix, and that is why. It's not mine from scratch. So as we fail, we learn. And hopefully it helps us to become better at what we're trying to do and what we're passionate about, or also to realize it's not for us. I am never going to be in the NBA, even no matter how many times I am throwing a basketball through the hoop in my driveway. So we have to practice things, and even the ones who make it look so easy on TV and in the newspapers and in the magazines, and they look always so polished and so good at their game, it didn't come by accident. It came from hard work. It came from practicing. So in failure, we learned that back to the drawing board. All amazing things that have happened were not done overnight. They take time and experiments and tries and tries and tries. So keep on trying.